Alright, hello and welcome to the channel. If it's your first time here, please do subscribe. We are heading out for some ski adventures in Stowe, Vermont here. If you missed part one of the trip, we did a nice long road trip all the way up from New Jersey. Quite interesting comparing our Rivian and our Tesla charging wise, and the route that we had to take ended up being almost exactly the same. So it shows how far things have come along. But now we are going to get a couple of days of skiing in and then head out on a big road trip back to New Jersey. Both cars are at much lower state of charge now. We haven't been able to charge quite as much, and so could be a little bit more interesting, and we'll see the differences here. So come along with us and let's drive. All right, we charged overnight and it gave us like 7%. Although we've now used 3 again, heating it for the last like 20-30 minutes. But whatever, at least it kind of kept us maintained. So that's a decent option, and now hopefully we'll get to Stowe early enough to actually charge. Let's go check it out. All right, we're charging up here, 6 miles an hour, 8 miles an hour. I think it's just figuring it out. We have a juice bar charger. I'll get on and show it in a second. It's an interesting one. I've never seen it before. It's AmpUp, but nobody's here. We've got the first one, which is awesome. We're right here at the gondola, which is not, it's running, but I don't have to let people on yet. We'll see if it's still letting people on. And if not, we can always just ski down the hill that way. So this is awesome. Perfect parking, and we're also free because we're carpooling. We do have to pay 25 cents a kilowatt hour for this, and it says that there's a 5-hour limit, which is not ideal, but we'll get that figured out. I'm not that worried about it. Although we keep dropping down to 0, so I don't know if that's maybe because we're pulling all of the power just to keep the heat running. All right, well, we'll take a look at that in a minute. All right, so I'm skiing to the car, which is kind of cool that you can do that. There's enough snow here that it works out. But I have to do that because the charger's been great. We got all the way up to like 66, 67%. But unfortunately, there's a 5-hour limit, so it just cut off, and it won't let me restart it. I have to go unplug and plug the car back in to start it again. So, skiing here to the car. Whee-hee! All right, so we're gonna unplug this and get it going again, because we've got another 4 hours of skiing. Might as well get as much charge as we can. I really don't understand the limit. Like, I guess it maybe is, you know, in theory to help with capacity here, but it's clearly not a problem. I don't think anybody even knows that these chargers are really over here. And I don't get it because you're paying for parking and for the charging. So it's not like you're taking advantage of it. And this doesn't like encourage you to move or anything. You just leave your car here while you're skiing. So very strange to me that they have that 5-hour limit on here. All right, well, that was a huge pain in the butt, but we got it going again now. I had to switch chargers, get the app going. It didn't really want to work very well, so don't really recommend AmpUp, but we're going now. And at least we're getting charged, which is nice. So back to the hill we go. All right, now in case anyone's wondering if the car still works when it is iced over, especially with all of these ports and stuff that open and close. See here, we literally have icicles hanging off the front. All right, so in case anyone was wondering if you can get the car open even when it is literally frozen over with icicles and we're in the middle of a blizzard here at Stowe, absolutely you can. The front just kind of pushes and pops it open. These door handles have a little push out, and we'll push it out for you. And we had no problem with that. And here is our charging. So we had to do our second session, but it's been working fine. We added a bunch. We got 6.3 kilowatts, added 14 kilowatt hours in the second session. It is 4:17 p.m. now. We started that one at like 1:20-ish, maybe 1:30. And we're all the way up to 75% now. Nice. Awesome job. Well done, Stowe, for putting this in. Fantastic location here, right by the gondolas. And this could not have been any better today. Fantastic ski day. Now I'm freezing. Time to go. All right, charging stats. I'll put from both up together because I didn't think to save it when I was fiddling with the machine to do it for the second time. But that was super convenient. Really glad we had that. We got like, we're at 75% now. We got here with like 40 something, so quite a benefit. And we'll do it again tomorrow. All right, so we got back here. We've still got 69% in the Rivian, so we're not gonna plug that into trickle charge. Instead, since we're having an issue with our charging cable, we are gonna trickle charge the Tesla here. And interestingly, because of the difference in efficiency, whereas the Rivian gets 1 mile per hour at a 6 kilowatt rate. Is it 6 kilowatt? We'll check, I don't remember. At that rate, the Tesla gets 3. Yeah, so it's still going to take over 24 hours to charge this up, but whatever. So yeah, we apparently have an issue with our Tesla mobile wall connector, EVSE. It's an old one, so maybe something went bad with it. I'm going to test it out and try to figure out if we can, if it's just like the plug or what the deal with it is. But the Rivian one's working perfectly, so we're just using that with the adapter here. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for today. So that's the end of day 2. Tomorrow, we've got more skiing coming, and see you for that. All right, off for another day on the slopes, heading out to Stowe. Got less snow in the forecast today, but feels like it's gonna be wet, so that's not awesome. And we are at 63%. Weren't we at 75 when we got here?
Yes.
So we've had the air going for like, I guess it's been 35 minutes since I set it to precondition. So we've used up quite a lot of it, but it is toasty in here, so yeah, whatever. We are projected to get there with 170 miles of range, so whatever, at least now we're making the most of the charging there, so we'll probably get to 80% while we're there. Off we go. Whoa! That's a lot more than 1 inch since yesterday.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm skiing back to the car now. Look, there's another R1S here next to a Bronco, so you can get an idea of the relative sizes, and the Bronco is probably what the R2 is going to be like. Does that make sense? And there's our beautiful baby. Problem is I have to go change the charging because there's a 5-hour limit for some silly reason. Yeah, I've got to kind of just stop it and start it again. But we're also getting half speed because these things are only 6 kilowatts and it's split, so we're only getting 3 right now, which stinks. But looks like the other car's leaving, so maybe that'll fix it. All right, so let's get reset here. All right, another great day of skiing in the books and another great charge here. Getting after the other cars left, we started getting 6.3 kilowatts again, so got a good charge. We got the car cranking and toasty, and we're charged up to 74% now. So not bad at all. Starting to shut the mountain down, and once again, nice affordable pricing, so very nice. All right, done. Thank you yet again for a lovely charge. See you tomorrow. All right, that's it for whatever day this is, day 3, I guess. Day 2 of skiing. We're back at it again tomorrow with the little one in tow, and we'll make sure to charge up again then too. All right, so I was just over there helping this guy in his Model X, poor guy, has like no charge and came here because it was the only charger he could find. And at the charging rates here, he's gonna be here hours basically. So I at least told him to go check out and see if there's a Tesla destination charger in town, because that should be like 1.5 to 2 times faster than this. But he's kind of out of luck because there's no fast charging around here. He doesn't have a CCS adapter. Didn't even know what that was. So, yep, part of the learning curve with EVs still. Now we've got cars completely spinning out in here. I think we'll be fine. We'll test out the Rivian here, but we've had no issue at all so far. Yeah. We might be helping these guys. We might be better off with the doors closed. Not helping the aerodynamics here. No. And here's our charging stats. Or at least for the second session again. We'll put all of it up. There you go. These guys still suck. Alright, and no drama here in the Rivian. We're just out like a champ. We're blasting through the snow. Like a 1-horse open sleigh. Oh dear Lord. Alright, we're back here at 67%. Tesla is trickle charging off of the adapter. And just look at the view today. We finally get some sun out here. Look at that. Gorge. Alright, well we'll see you in the morning for another snow day, ski day. Alright, we are heading off for day 3 now of skiing. We've got everybody here in tow in the Rivian. Big day. Alright, off we go. Hopefully we get a charger still. Later start today. Yeah, all right, day 3, same charger, although we're later than these Teslas today. I think that Model X might be the same one from yesterday charging overnight, which is unfortunate, but who knows. And I think this one is the same one that was here yesterday too. But we have our app all set up. We're gonna get going so fast. QR code. Plug in, and we are all set. Boom and boom. All right, and time to go. Love it. Oh, and last spot getting taken. Good. We had good timing. Awesome job. Oh, you're following John. Be careful. Oh, God. You are insane, dude. What was that? You were at the jump. All right, that'll do it for our ski adventure here at Stowe. We got snow coming down like crazy yet again. Unbelievable. I wish we could just stay here the rest of the month. This is nuts and awesome. really great charging here, super happy with that, and should be good for us to make our journey back home. All right, probably next check-in will be tomorrow morning. All right, so nice service here. All right, so we're leaving here, just finished charging, and I want to know if I'm I need opinions here, although I'm gonna regret it here on YouTube, but I want to know if I'm the jerk here. So we were charging here all day. I came by at one point just to check and make sure it was still going, and this other car was sitting here waiting and yelled at me that I absolutely had to leave because we were here for so long and they needed it. So like I don't really understand it. I feel like we were here first, it's kind of our right, but I mean, like their thing was that they needed the charge because they were at low state, but I feel like, you know, we were the ones that got up early and got here, so I don't know, don't feel like it. But whatever, it's all resolved now. So we'll head back for the night and continue our drive in the morning. All right, off we go, family trip. Tesla versus Rivian. Here it goes.
All right, here we go. It's John and Anders in the Tesla. Behind Tyler, Becca, Axel, and Arlo in the Rivian.
Hello.
Here we go.
Dad, look at me.
And we're off to our first stop at the coffee place, and then we'll see what happens. Tesla versus Rivian. See you soon.
All right, it's the what do you call it? It's the reunion that everyone's been demanding since we started the channel with our very first drive back in the Tesla Model Y when we first got it. We're here.
We're here!
Woo! All right.
We do what everyone was waiting for.
Yes.
And here we are in a very different environment. That was in
Daddy!
sunny Cape May.
Yeah.
And this is cold Vermont.
Yeah, but it's sunny.
It is sunny. It's windy and it feels really cold. Oh, look at John trying to figure out how to drive it. I love that his first time driving a Tesla is like, hey, you're going to do a 7-hour road trip.
Yep. Yeah. With a child that's not yours in the back.
I mean, close enough. I feel like after yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they've had the bonding opportunities.
Exactly.
Ooh, the sun's melted all the snow off the car finally.
It is.
Oh, yeah, and we took the skis off.
Oh,
yeah.
Good. Are the skis in the Tesla?
Yes. Everything's inside the Tesla to reduce wind noise and improve efficiency.
I wanted to ask you about that. So I know it's a long trip, right?
Yeah.
And so we're choosing to keep the skis inside rather than on top, and that's because of we wanted to make sure we get good enough mileage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, they up here this ski rack whistles like crazy with the skis in there.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And so it's more about not having a headache than it is the efficient. It definitely makes a difference, but I don't think it's massive. But on this long of a road trip, it might mean, you know, a couple minutes less of having to stop to charge. Or I mean,
so let's say
less time charging.
Let's say that John and I couldn't have come up, and you had to drive one car. Would you just dealt with it and put them up top?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay. Yeah, because we've driven up to like Hunter and stuff, like a few hours away with them up there and everything, and it was fine.
Okay, excellent.
Daddy,
I know. Even I drove to Okemo here with the twins in the car and them up there.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So we are. What are we in? We're in all-purpose mode. I should switch to conserve.
Okay, conserve. Oh, I like that you can just toggle it.
Yeah.
Toggle it.
You see, in conserve, basically it just becomes front-wheel drive. So it's using less energy.
Interesting. Okay.
And now we just went up to 230 miles from something else.
So we just basically get home. What's our percentage right now?
67%.
67.
Yeah,
okay.
so not bad. The charging at Stowe really helped quite a lot.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
And you got to get into a fist fight for it.
Yeah, seriously, yeah. I still think I was in the right.
I think you're in the right too. I feel like so I have a hard time with, I understand, it reminds me of the situation when you're in college and you're trying to like get a washing machine on a Sunday night.
Yeah.
It's like, first of all, plan better.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to get one.
Right, do it when you know it's not going to be as busy.
And you're not entitled to get one. If someone's got there before you and used all 6, like, don't get mad at them for using all 6.
Right, exactly.
So.
You can ask, and I appreciate that they ask, but you also have to respect if somebody says no, and like in our case, we don't have the option to get this charged up.
Yeah.
And it makes a big difference, like if we have to do, you know, a really slow stop here in town versus making it further.
I feel as though it would have been a different scenario should it have been a fast charger.
Yeah.
Okay, it's out.
But yeah, I think if it were like a supercharger or fast charger, it'd be a different thing, because then someone is like depending on it and sitting there waiting.
Plus, if you use like 60 minutes on a fast charger, that's a different scenario. But you were at what, 3.3 kilowatts per hour yesterday?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. What are you gonna get off that?
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Well, and he even said that to me, like, "Oh, you're getting such a slow charge." I was like,
yeah,
well,
that's the whole point.
But so would you be like?
You're
what's the difference?
marinating the slow charge.
Yeah.
You don't do a slow charge because you need to like for 30 minutes. You need it for like 6 hours.
Exactly. Yeah. So I get it, but also, and then the other thing was, is a Tesla. There were 3 of the 4 chargers. 3 were being used by Teslas. There were actually more, but there were more options for the Teslas around town anyway. So.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
There are a couple of Tesla. We can use it because we have an adapter, but most cars would not. There are Tesla destination chargers, which are still like the the slow chargers, but they actually have a higher amperage limit, so they are faster charging. So instead of being normally you would get like 6.3 on that'd be 32 amp charging, like most of the kind of post ones. If it's split in half, like those ones at Stowe were, then you get 3.3.
3.1.
Yep. I can't do that.
3.15.
Yes. And then, but then the Tesla ones, you get 7 or 8, depending on how many amps they are. So that, they can be quite a bit faster, which is actually what they had at Okemo. Oh. And because we have the adapter, we could use those, which charges this faster. And especially like when you're sitting for, like 6-7 hours skiing all day, it makes a difference.
It makes a huge difference.
So I wish that they would actually just put more of those in, honestly, but most people don't have that adapter.
When we were at Vail, you have to pay $40 for charging, but they have slow chargers there, and it's like the absolute best because obviously they want you to move it as soon as your car's charged. Yeah. And it's just like a slow marinade, 3.3 the entire day. You come back, your car's charged. Yeah. You're ready to roll. Also, so I feel like Town and Vail did it really, really well because they have the slow chargers, but they also have a bank of fast chargers too.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So they did a really good job with figuring out what everyone needs. So it's one of the best. I mean, it's very expensive to park there. Yeah. But for the charging situation, it's like clutch.
Yeah. I think skiing is like the like it is a perfect use case for chargers because you're there for hours. You're usually somewhere pretty remote where there's not fast charging. You're away from the highway and everything, and you're driving far to get there. Around the corner. So having that option and like being able to come back to your car that is fully, charged up is great.
Ready to go, crank that heat.
Actually, it'd be like one of the advantages of EVs. Like, when would you ever be, parked somewhere and basically somebody came and like filled your car up with gas?
Yeah, it's perfect.
All right. So apparently, one of the best features of the Rivian that we've been discussing is the windshield washer fluid scent.
Scented. It's like a spa experience. So you put the windshield wiper on. Normally, like it's maybe a rainy day or like we have a lot of salt in the windshield, and you just get it. And it's like walking into a relaxation Zen mode. It's like a very nice like spearmint eucalyptus vibe.
Very, like kind of minty.
Unexpected. It just lightens your day. It's like all worries melt away.
It enriches the senses.
It sure does. It's little things like that. You're like,
But that's what makes it premium. That's what you pay for.
That is what you pay for. How do you get a refill?
I actually don't know because I had ours wasn't like full, and the warning kept coming on. Okay. So I had to put in regular like Rain-X kind from Amazon. I know. Okay. Terrible.
Rivian window.
I'm sure they must sell it.
Washer fluid.
To me, I always thought it smelled like breakfast sausage until.
Breakfast sausage.
Yeah, until I was corrected of what it actually smells like. Because I'm not very good at identifying smells.
Becca, do you have
All right, here we are.
Coffee time.
All right, we're here at Vermont Artisan Coffee. This is the office part. Down at the cafe is super crazy busy. There is a charger down over the snowbank, so we can see down by these solar panels. But there is it's right down there. There's a mini icing it. But there's another one up here, and at the office part, which is fine because it's crazy over there and hard to get the car around. So we can use this bad boy. Looks like a nice Clipper Creek one. I always park way too far away. And this is, what we got here, 32 amps. So not the best, but oh well. At least it's something. Always be charging, right? And honestly, with how many people are here, we might be waiting quite a while to get our coffee. So might get a decent charge. Let's just make sure we're actually going here. We are charging 2.73 kilowatts. Okay. Should get 6.3. Yep. Nice, okay. Oh, wait. Yep, 6.5, okay. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I don't know my math. All right, awesome. So, should get us a little bit more charge. We're at 58% now. Let's see what we get to while we're getting our coffee and everything. All right, when we were only in there like 5 minutes, but...
There we go.
All right, well, we're almost 60%, so that's something. All right, let's figure out our route plan here before we unplug. So, let's go home.
Cup extra mint. Oh.
All right.
I do like that it just does it for you. Ours does not just do it for you.
That's strange. I don't get that. The way they haven't added that. It seems like a really
basic thing.
core feature.
Right.
All right, so this wants us to do, it's the same thing the phone was saying. So back through Burlington at this flow charger, and then charge down here in Latham or whatever. See, I want to do,
Electro America, I have that app. I can be useful. Hey,
I want to do this one. Here. Oh, Malta, New York.
We're gonna go to the Target. Oh, Malta, New York.
I never came up on the map before. Interesting.
Sweet.
New one?
Daddy.
Let's try America at the VW dealership.
Yeah, I don't want to do a dealership.
Show up there like, hey guys,
This one. I want to do
we
this
need
one.
to use your charger.
I'm going to do the Tesla one here at the Magic Dock because we want to test out. I think it's faster now.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Does that change it significantly?
So we have to charge for an hour and 5 minutes.
Ooh. All right. All right. Probably not. Probably not.
We'll figure it out.
An hour and 5 minutes. I guess that's why it doesn't want us to do the Tesla one.
That makes sense.
Oh, we passed.
All right. So
We
we'll do
sure
the.
are past Stowe.
All right. We'll do the other one. All right. So we're gonna go to this flow one.
Is that the one by the Hanover?
It's not the one you guys did. It's
Okay.
south of Burlington.
We get a new
right,
area
try
to
it.
explore as
Yeah.
well.
All right. Let's do it.
Let's get this.
All right, we got our coffee at Vermont Maple Coffee Roasters, I believe. I'll have to check that name. Big Red Barn, really nice. And got some maple latte. And we're headed to our first charger in Rutland, apparently. It changed. First we were going to Queensbury, then we stopped for coffee, and now it changed to Rutland. So here we are. It wanted us to go to... Oh, it wants us to go to Wiliston first and charge. That's silly. I'll have to check. I don't know what happened. We'll see what happens here. It wants us to go to Wiliston and charge for a little bit, which is silly, and then go to Malta. So basically the opposite way we did on Thursday. So we'll see what happens. We'll check back in a little.
All right, so you got to drive the Tesla yesterday,
I
so I
did.
want to hear the impressions that you've been saving up. We weren't allowed to talk about it before.
So my first ever time driving a Tesla.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it was.
But for anyone who hasn't seen before, you guys have an ID4.
We have an ID4, so I'm used to some of the things, like the gear shift on the top.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also used to regenerative braking of a sort.
Mm-hmm.
So it was easy to figure it out, like because I'm so used to another electric car. If I got in a Tesla for the first time,
Mm-hmm.
I would have had no idea.
Yeah.
I will say the regenerative braking was incredibly intuitive, like the one pedal.
Okay. Yeah.
It brakes significantly when you let off. It brakes
Yeah.
significantly more than
Yeah.
mine did.
Okay. Yeah.
Mine is like a gentle stop,
Yeah.
like, but it's not going to stop. The ID4 does not actually stop.
Oh, okay.
You actually have to press the brake for it to stop.
Yep.
I was not expecting the Tesla. It actually stopped. Like
Yeah.
multiple times, I pull up to a stop sign and it would just
Yeah.
stop. So that was something I liked.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not expecting
This is even more aggressive. So
That's what Jen said.
I don't want to like get crashed into, but if I take my foot off, just to give you an idea, let's see if I can get more space. Okay, so I'll take my foot off entirely.
Oh wow! It feels
Yeah,
like you are
it's
actually
not like
braking.
that,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
I think it's even more aggressive when you're not in conserve
Regenerative?
mode.
Okay.
But
Yeah, conserve mode.
Daddy, I want to that ice cream.
yeah, there's Ben and Jerry's.
Did. So interesting. So one thing, I'm not used to gas cars, but I am.
Daddy, I want to that ice cream something.
Yes, you did, bud.
We were there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm used to obviously a gas car, but I'm also used to the ID4.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like this is gonna sound silly. It took more effort in my leg to.
Yeah.
Daddy shot another Rivian.
You
Okay.
did? That's so nice. And the other thing that was very interesting, this steering took effort.
It is. You can adjust both.
Okay.
So I think it's in like the more sporty kind of like hard settings for both the pedal and the steering wheel. You can make it softer if you want to kind of match that. But
it definitely, it felt, I don't want to say like a workout because it definitely wasn't, but I haven't worked out in a while. So it felt kind of like, I have to be an active driver. It reminded me of the first time you drove stick after driving automatic for a while. And you're like, oh yes, I have to pay attention.
Yeah.
The entire console, directions, killer. I love the fact I just typed it in, you did it. You don't have to like worry about connecting anything.
Yeah.
I could figure out the music, but it would like try to play a radio station.
Okay. Yeah.
After I picked this, so I'd have to go back and continue picking different
Oh,
songs.
sure. Yeah.
And I'm really glad that Jen showed me. It wasn't intuitive how to change things. So like changing the mirrors or changing anything else.
Yeah.
Jen had to show me so I could actually change everything because the drive back was going to be like an hour and a half. I couldn't just not do it.
Yep.
So overall, I liked it. I would say it kind of felt like you okay, this is gonna sound silly. It felt like you had to be in a class to know how to do it. Like, oh, you drive a Tesla, you know how to do it. But and that's kind of why I feel like, at least for me, the ID4 was so simple because it's so like a regular car.
Yeah. Yep.
And this one,
there are certain things in it that are like, there's a difference between, I'd say, okay, we're gonna have this different because it makes sense and like it's an evolution, and then like there's a lot of stuff in Tesla that's just like, we're gonna do it this way because it's different and because we can. Yeah. Not because it necessarily makes more sense. Yeah. It's just like we're gonna sort of deliberately make things different. Yeah. And like, you know, like the steering wheel setting, the mirrors and stuff like that. Not only is there's no physical buttons for all that stuff. It's all in the screen, but it's like buried deep in some of the menus and stuff. So like you have to know where to look for it. So I'm glad that Jen was able to show all that to me. Yeah. It was very funny. My very first round of that, I just went a mile to go get donuts, and I did not lock the car. I completely forgot you had to like do it with the card. Also, the fact it didn't have a physical key, I only had a card. Yeah, really threw me through a loop. I kept thinking it was like a hotel card that I was going to lose. Oh yeah. I kept on like palming it in my pocket to make sure. So I don't know why, because if it was a physical key, it wouldn't have been any less secure. But that was definitely something. The thing, like for when you actually own the card, you never that card that's probably the second time it's been used since the day we got the car. Impressive. Okay. Because you just use the phone all the time. Phone. Yeah. Nice. Same thing in your hair. Hi, Arlo. What would you do if you like ran out of batteries on your phone, or is that just not that happened? The other at at Stowe while we were skiing 2 days ago, because I didn't have my phone on battery saver and it ran out right as the day finished. So I think it happened to be that it ran out like as we were getting to getting in the car and getting everybody changed and everything. So it was already unlocked, and then my phone died, and I just put it in here so it charged. Okay. But what I could have done, it's the same thing for here. You have the card, so and I always keep it with me, so you can use it if you need to. Okay, so your backup. Yeah, they're ahead of us, bud. They're in the Tesla. No, they're in front of us. They're going vroom vroom. They're vroom vrooming. No, they are behind us. Okay. Overall, I liked it. I did like the profile of it. It was louder than this car. Yeah. Like a little more wind noise, which was fine though. Yeah. So did it make you reconsider your ID4? You're gonna be switching for a Tesla? Okay, do not take this the wrong way, because I know you like a Tesla. Honestly, no. Yeah. I liked it, but not enough to be like, well, I want to go out and get one. Yeah. I feel like I'm very happy with for the price point of the ID4. I absolutely love it. Yeah.
All right, here we are at Wiliston instead of Rutland. It decided to take us here instead. So we're charging, we got here at 40%, and I think we're charging for about 15 minutes. So give it just a little bit here. Here's our stats. Yeah. And no one's here. A little snowy, going well. Don't know what else to say. Doing well other than it had us going to Rutland and then Kingston, but instead on our way it rerouted us here to Wiliston for a quick 15-minute charge, and then we'll be on our way to Malta. So just a little bit here and we'll be on our way. Right, bud?
Charger hugging.
Yeah.
You guys don't have it now?
We don't have that. So we have an app that like shows you where the chargers are.
Yeah.
But it mainly does it only does Electrify America chargers.
Okay.
It's like the EA app. Well, I don't know if it's the EA app or not. But it doesn't tell, like, when we did our route to Kansas City, we just had to, like, guess it. Every single time we were just charging up to 90.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't like, oh, hey, you only have to charge this amount.
Yeah.
So I know we did this last year, going back, and it kind of confused me a little bit. I was like, why would you only charge 15 minutes there? Why would you charge to, like, a certain percentage point?
Yeah.
So I would love to have something like this, but do you use it in your daily life, or do you only use it for road trips?
Only for road trips.
Okay.
Yeah. Because normally we're not charging it. I don't, like, Jen drives to work and doesn't need to charge.
Okay.
I drive to the train station, which is 5 minutes away. So
Yeah, that's helpful.
Yeah.
So this would be...
But it is helpful on road trips, though.
And I see now why Jen... So in the car on the way up, it wasn't giving us, like, what we're going to get. And that really made Jen anxious. But for me, I'm not used to it. So I was like, this is fine. Who cares? We get there, we charge until it's 100 or 90 or whatever we want to be, and we keep going. Like, who cares? But if you're used to it, if that's part of your plan, I can see why not having that would be anxious, because that's all you're used to.
Yeah.
I'm used to, like, the Wild West.
Yeah. You just go and
I don't have any of this.
Cross your fingers and hope for the best.
Like, let's go!
Yep.
Yeah, so.
I mean, I like having it as a baseline, and then I kind of like adjust what we do based off of what I think makes the most sense. So
Okay, I like it.
This wants us to charge. It's a slower. I think this is like a 100 kilowatt one. We'll see when we get there, but it's a slower one, so it doesn't make sense to charge all that long there because it'll be a lot slower. So I think we should only charge till we have like the bare minimum to get to the other one. All right, we're here in, what is it, South Burlington, I think, at a flow charger, 100 kilowatt. Nice units. They're like massive and bulky, but they're non-shared. They're CCS and Chatamo, so there's only 2 chargers here. There was an i3 when we first got here, but now it's just us. Seems to be charging pretty well. Easy to use. The app, which I actually already had installed from our Dunkin' Donuts, has flow chargers, but they're slow ones. And now it's saying stopped by station. What happened? All right, let me see what's going on. I think it gives you at least like status and stuff. SAE combo vehicle detected, pre-charge test in progress. Like clicking and stuff happening. Okay, so we've paid. We're plugged in. It's thinking. Going? Still does not seem to be going. Oh, okay. Green lights. Green lights.
Now it's started.
All right, there we go. Charging. All right, what are we getting here?
You still watch this.
Let's see. There we go.
Yeah, you're watching it right now.
All right, 80. Oh, that's not great. We're not even getting 100 kilowatts.
What are we getting?
82.
Hey, that's not the worst.
That's not horrible, but yeah. It would take us 6 hours, 5 hours. Oh, it's like recalibrating. 4 hours. All right, well, we're going to figure out just to get enough to get down to the other charger. Charge to 214 miles, 62%. We're at 44. Okay, so
Story box is so loud.
yeah, sorry. Yeah, we have no entertainment options on the screen here, unfortunately. So
Oh, on Tesla, can you?
Yeah, you can do like Netflix and Disney and everything.
That's nice.
There's our efficiency, which is below 2 miles per kilowatt hour, which is dreadful. So that's on the drive up and here. I forgot to reset it before. I'll add the ones for this part in a bit, but let's reset here so we can track it for the next leg. All right, we are all set. Show the charging stats in a minute. I think that was probably about 20 minutes or so. So I like hitting the big red button. Stop. All right, so, oh, that's cool. It even showed like the amps and stuff. So we're getting 200 amps, which is the limiting factor here. A little under $13, 24 minutes. Nice. Actually, I like these units. I wish they were faster, but that's not bad. Almost 25 minutes. Charging session stopped. All right, cool. So that interesting location we were saying, like, I guess is that a restaurant? I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, pizzeria up there. So you at least have that. And then there's like stores here. It's the holiday, so everything's closed, but a little bit weird. Like if you came here at night, there'd just be nothing here. At least there are lights, but like no amenities in terms of, you know, bathrooms or anything like that. Oh, these chargers are really hard to pull out. So 34.3 kilowatt hours delivered. Most went in the battery, but some heating going and little accessories. All right, next stop is going to be the Tesla charger to test that out again and see if it's changed since we used it a couple months ago. All right, we're here at the Vermont Welcome Center. I'm surprised there's no charging, but there is Wi-Fi and no cell service. Oh wait, there's the charger. Haha, joking. But yeah, we've got solar over there and everything, but interesting.
This is Ironville, which is the birthplace of the electric age, so very appropriate. We're driving through here and there's a deer. Oh, woo! All right.
All right, well, the sun is out in full force.
Gorgeous?
And yeah, it's very nice, but it is quite warm here in the Rivian.
Oh, okay,
and,
for you. I think it's the perfect temperature. It is.
It's not uncomfortable. It's just
balmy.
warm.
He's waddles.
I am happy.
I feel like I'm getting a sunburn on my face though.
Axel, can I
And
see?
so this is one of the
Can I
questions
see
for sure about a lot of the EVs, but like this Rivian especially, with just how massive the glass roof is here. And, I mean, you can see it's pretty tinted. Like I don't feel like we're getting a ton of like UV through there. Thank you.
See the signs that say exit? I'm just gonna help you out.
Like all 500 of them.
Yeah.
But like you're getting heat through there for sure,
Axel,
and
so nice.
it warms up in here.
Daddy.
I am worried about it in the summer though.
Daddy.
So we were just at the Vermont, Welcome to Vermont Welcome Centers, and we drove
Very well.
from Vermont into New York, back to Vermont, and now going back into New York.
Now we're back in New York. Oh, duh. And then okay.
Yeah.
I see what's going on here.
But the big, like, I mean, it's not huge, but there's like a little solar farm there,
That's nice.
and no charging. Come on, Vermont.
I wish that these little guys. Well, how long? If you charge there, I bet you'd stay there and you'd
Yeah.
probably spend a little extra.
Mm-hmm. Well, they should have a little. I mean, I think it's fine. Like, I'm not expecting a charger there, and I wonder, like, if that's actually operated by the little mom and pop that are in there.
That's really cute.
But they had like a little Vermont-y kind of. I don't know. They had like rockers and a fireplace and stuff in there.
That's very cute.
Yeah.
It was super cute.
But I'm thinking like if they had chargers and even just like, you know, little coffee pots basically
The bubble.
to sell some coffee, they'd get people staying
yeah.
there a little bit longer and
Can I
everything.
see?
But
All I need for a good charging situation is a bathroom and some coffee.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
seriously.
sold.
yeah, like I don't think a slow charger would make sense there, but if
No.
you could do
Like
a
a fast
50 or
charger?
150 or something, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be nice. How's the trip so far, Tyler?
It is great. I am very comfortable.
Excellent.
My headache has gone
Nice.
away now that somebody has stopped screaming.
Crazy.
And I'm feeling good. We just used the
Good.
restroom, so
I'm gonna lean back a little
feeling
bit.
good.
Really
I'm
settle
gonna
in.
crack open my second spin drift of the day.
Therefore, the bathroom.
Yep.
Patty's patch.
Well, that's it. You know, yet another advantage of EV road tripping. Since you're stopping anyway to go to the bathroom, like now, I don't have stress about like having, you know, being so well hydrated and having yet another drink. Because
Got an
I know
hour
that
and
we've
2
got
minutes.
exactly an hour. Yeah, I can make it.
You know you're
Pardon
gonna
me?
get there. You're gonna get there.
Exactly.
I like it. Good.
So yeah, I'm quite comfy. How are you?
I'm great. As being a little passenger here, it's good times.
Mm-hmm.
I've talked a lot about the
Axel, doggy.
map here,
Yeah.
telling you like where to go and how much you're gonna have left when you get there. It's still very foreign to me, but I get it. At the same time, it's also like I'm so used to planning it out, like penciling it in,
Mhm.
like saving it on my little map and knowing where I need to go next. That
Yeah.
this is just, it's different.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. I think it's nice.
It reminds me, like doing it that way reminds me of like when I was a kid and we would do family road trips and my dad would like have the atlas out and
Yes.
that little, I don't know what you call that thing, the little wheelie thing
Yeah.
that tells you like how many miles
far
it is.
Yeah.
And then like, you know, marking it all out in a
Yep.
notebook and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like this now, you just kind of put it in and
That's so fancy.
let it tell you where to go.
Oh, a diner. It's called Big Apple Diner. Missed our opportunity.
But yeah, now so this was being fairly conservative with the estimates. When we left, we charged until it told us to stop, because it said we were going to arrive with like 52 miles of remaining range. Bless you.
Daddy, I
But-
see doggy sled.
You see a doggy sled?
But we're getting great efficiency here. 2.27 miles per kilowatt hour. One second,
boy.
just a second, bud. And so now it's saying we're going to have 87 miles remaining when we get there. But we also, maybe the sun has like heated the battery up. We haven't been preconditioning, so that'll probably kick back on maybe when we get like a little bit below an hour, and that'll eat up a little bit more of that.
Can you tell me about the preconditioning?
Yeah, so basically there is what's cool is you can actually like see kind of what it's doing here. Oh yeah, our battery's 68 degrees Fahrenheit, which is like pretty optimal, a little bit cold. So there is an optimal temperature range that the battery charges the fastest at. So it can't be too, if it's hotter than that, it has to slow down so that it doesn't like overheat it and cause a fire basically.
Okay, that's fair.
And you don't want it too cold because it can't take in as much electricity there. So preconditioning means that it will either use the heat to warm it up or like basically take in air from outside if it's colder to cool it down.
Interesting. Okay.
In advance of getting there. So like we're still an hour out, so it doesn't really need to do that now, especially at that temperature. Like it should be able to heat it up really fast to do that.
Okay.
So it'll pop up the message at some point as we're getting closer there. But it'll do that. So this does it automatically based off of the charging stops.
Okay.
Some cars you have to like push a button to have it do it, and other cars just don't have it at all.
That's really cool.
Does the ID4 have it?
I've never heard of it, so I highly doubt it has
If it does, it might be one of the cars that doesn't have it.
Because I heard you talk about it, I heard Jen talk about it, and I heard my brother talk about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm sorry, what now? I just it didn't cross my mind.
It makes a non-negligible difference charging.
Okay.
Like it might mean a different, like on this, we should, at this next charger, if, that's part of why I want to check out the Tesla one, because it used to be limited in the speed that you could get, and now I think it's not, or at least like, there's always a limit, but it's above what the car's limit is, so we'll max out. So we should see like 215 or so kilowatts when we plug in.
Okay. Wow.
And then it'll kind of like trickle down, but really fast, which would be great. So we should be at optimal temperatures for that. So
excellent. All right. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm learning all these new things, like even as an EV owner.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, they're also different too.
Yeah, they're all so different. But I feel like my car is a gas car company that produces an electric car, whereas this and Tesla are electric car companies that produce electric cars. So they're thinking about those extra things. And like the other day, I was talking with Maggie about the Rivian, like the dog thing. You can keep the HVAC on, and technically, the ID4 does not have that. But the ID4 does have an option. You just keep the HVAC on. I didn't think about that. Like that's the same thing. Right. Just not call it a dog setting. So I learned that, and then I've suddenly been able to just keep the HVAC on while John's fussing, and I love my life now.
But there are little differences in that too, and what I think is really nice about the, like you said, the companies that are EV companies or like software companies first, is that like they have figured out the ways to add these little things so quickly and rapidly. Like the dog stuff so like this has a dog mode. Actually, I don't know if, I know that the Tesla one, when you do it, it'll actually like send notifications to your phone about it. And you can even like view the cameras remotely in your phone.
That's cool.
So you can really keep your eye on
I like that.
your pets. And it sends notifications like if it's too hot or too cold and like it can't kind of maintain the right temperature. So if it's going to be dangerous. So that like you should come, immediately run out of wherever you are to take care of it.
Take care of the puppy, dirty.
Exactly.
That's really cool. I like that.
Yeah. So like I like being able to get the updates so fast, and the Rivian has been really good with that. Like the Tesla like is known for doing rapid software updates and everything and adding features.
That's really cool.
Rivian has been doing really good with kind of following that, and
nice.
Even in like how long have you had this car now? We're like 2.5 months. We've got like 3 major software updates.
Wow.
Added stuff.
That feels like a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, we're kind of learning now. We got this car in the dead of winter when it was dark and depressing all the time, so we didn't notice how much light you get in here, which is nice, but
Thanks, Arlo.
it makes it harder for them to sleep. So we might have to look into some sunshades and stuff in here.
Yeah.
Hi, welcome to me. Welcome to the channel.
Perfect. That was very good.
Welcome to the channel.
But we were saying before, like, what are we going to do once every gas station is a charging station? It's going to be so, like, boring and uninteresting.
So nice.
Outside.
You do have a green light.
Yeah. We don't, oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm here for you.
It's so beautiful outside.
It is so beautiful
There'll be nothing to
outside.
think about or talk about
It's going
at
to
that
be
point.
great. I cannot wait till that happens. And you just like, oh, let's just pull over here. I need to go charge and go to the bathroom, and I need to get some gummy bears.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I cannot wait for that.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
Oh, if I get too hot, I could do cooled seat.
Oh.
Oh, you know what? I haven't used it. Really
How do you
yet,
do
so-
cool seat?
What are we doing? That's a good question. I think I'm
Daddy,
going
how
here.
do you see?
There we go. Cooled seat. Oh, and there's different levels. Let's just do it.
Oh. First of all, I'm just going to confuse it.
All right.
I need to know
I like
what
that we can do that though.
Music.
I really
Yeah,
like
send
that.
a minute. I like that you can do heated seat. I can do cool. Oh, it's going. Oh, it goes right up between the bits.
It's really
It gets in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really
You know what?
close.
Wait, how do you turn it back on again? You just press it.
The everything climate though in here is very. It works very well and it's very quick.
It's
The
nice.
days coming in from icy cold skiing, having the heated steering wheel like that immediately warms up.
That's helpful.
The heated seats are great too, and even the climate, like normal heating and everything, goes like it gets to the set temperature very quickly. Our one thing that we've noted that I wish it did was that the Tesla has is automatic heated steering wheel. So like it'll turn it on and off to like maintain temperature. This one just stays on and it gets so hot you have to like shut it back off.
Oh.
But I mean, nitpick of absolute nitpicks.
All right. Here we go. We have a Rivian here. Okay. Made it here. Oh. All right. It says negative 57% at home, so we'll have to fix that. But here we'll start charging. And we're a little full here, and there's even a nice green Rivian over there, brand new. We came here with 20%. We're at 24 already. We're gonna stay here for a little while just to make sure we get enough charge to get home. Back to Florham Park, I think should be good. It says it wants us to stop again, but I feel like we can keep going after we charge fully here. So we'll go in, go to the bathroom, maybe get a snack. We'll come back out, and there's a lot of Teslas here. We're all full. I think we got the last spot, and there's a green Rivian that was taking up 2 spots on an R1S, and I think he just moved to let someone else in to charge. But yeah, a little packed here in Malta, so we'll see you soon.
All right, well, first time for everything. Look at this. First of all, 3 Rivians here. Second of all, there is a line for the charger. I don't know what's going on, if some of them are out of order or not, but this is kind of nuts. I'm going to check and see if the other charger is better, because this could be a long wait here. Wow, I mean, granted, holiday weekend, but this is still nuts.
It is nuts.
Not great. All right, there these guys are. And now we're got negotiations for charging spots because things are on the wrong side. Yeah, this is a pain. This is how it's gonna be. All right, we're about to head out and go to the other charger because this is ridiculous. Also, this Tesla just totally caught us in line. Yeah, the problem is, like they're trying to figure it out too. It's not their fault, but this Rivian is basically blocking like 3 chargers because of where the charging port is. So nobody can use the one next to it. Better. Anyway, we are gonna head to the other charger.
Okay, so Tyler, Becca, Axel, and Arlo are here. They're 4th in line, but they're gonna go to a different charger because it's very busy here. There's a green Rivian that's been here for quite a while, taking up multiple spaces. He moved though. But we started at 20%, we're at 77. And it says that we can leave, but also I think we were gonna get home at like -2%. And currently it said like 5 next, and then now let's see, it says 8%. We're gonna keep charging up to about 90 just in case. Yeah. Just so we have like 15% when we get back, and then we'll go from there. So I don't know if you could see that on the video or not, but we're having a snack and we're gonna wait a little while, and then we'll go. So okay, we're at 94%. It says that we'll get home with 25%, so that's plenty. I think we're gonna get going here. We don't want to be here all day. 5 o'clock. It's been a little bit crazy here with all the people. But I think we're good. Car locked on me. Okay. So yeah, let's get going. There's 50 people waiting here.
All right, heading to the charger. And we just had to check to make sure this Rivian wasn't going to get the last one before us, but we should be set. It'll be Rivian charging only. Just like the other Tesla one was. Too many Rivians on the roads. We can't get chargers now.
Rivians, just killing it.
Clogging up our chargers.
How dare they?
All right, we're here at the EVGo station at Target in Latham after bailing on the Tesla one. And it is Rivian Central here. We got red, white, and green and a Kona that's charging here. All right, the Rivian, I guess, couldn't get it going, so interesting. But we are, and I figured even though this is shared, since we're charging next to a Kona, they're going to be getting super slow rates. Let's just check and make sure we get something higher than 100 here. All right, we're just slowly going. Okay, we'll see if we need to move, but I don't think we're going to need to. I think we'll be fine.
Oh yeah, we're getting real high.
Yeah, because I think there's maxed out at like 55. Actually, I don't even know if they're charging because I didn't see them do anything.
It's showing us charging on the app.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go, bud. We're gonna go. All right, and then these guys looks like they're also. Oh, they're switching over there. Okay. So it looks like some issues potentially here, but we seem to be charging okay. Yeah, 159. That's not bad. We will take it. All right. So we're gonna run inside now, and this should be enough to get us all the way home. Okay. All right. You ready, bud? I was wrong. They are charging 54 kilowatts, but it'll probably be pretty fast. We're getting 161. Sweet. Okay, no idea what just happened. We just got stopped by the station for no reason. Okay, we just started again. Bizarre. All right, let me get it going again. I'm not trying to be mean, just trying to show like the confusion and stuff around EVs and the education we need. This guy in his Tesla has got his J1772 adapter here trying to charge at the CCS station and is super confused and looking around for help. So I'm gonna go try to help him actually, but not, this is the problem. You can see it's not fitting on there. Poor guy. All right, we are all set now. We're at 80% and we started, the Rivian really charges very slowly after 80%. It was down below 50 kilowatts. So I'm gonna finish up here. Yeah, see, 51 kilowatts. So this was 30 and this was after it stopped working and we plugged back in. So that's for like half the charge, and it was 35 or something before. So we're talking over $50 basically for this charge, which is an awful lot. But whatever, at least we got enough to get home now. So 3 more hours to go. At least we're comfy in the Rivian. And here's the rest of the charging. Still haven't figured out on the Tesla. We didn't have an adapter to help with, so it's too bad. Alrighty.
All right, hey, we are here in the Tesla. It's about 3:24 p.m. We're at 62%. We charged to 94% in Malta, and we've been on 87, made it south of Albany, past Tyler, Beck, Axel, and Arlo, and we're just cruising here around 73, 74 miles an hour, going with traffic, of course. And just some interesting thoughts from the Tesla, first time driving it. I really like it. It's nice and smooth, handles well. The navigation threw me for a couple little loops. I missed a couple turns here and there, and we made it up though. Lost a couple percentage, a little bit of 5% or so, but not a big deal. We made it to that charger in Malta. So far everything good, but yeah, just it wanted us to charge for only 15 minutes and then move on and then charge again and move on and charge again 3 times, but I feel like that's too much, and we only needed to charge twice. So here we are. We'll make it back to Florham Park with about 23%, and hopefully there won't be much traffic for the next 2 hours here. Only 2 hours to go, 100 miles. Let's do it. So we had some snacks and some donuts, and what else? You having a good time?
Yeah.
Awesome. Anders is having a good time. We're rocking out to Coldplay and all the other Snow Patrol and the Fray and everything. And we're going to make it back with plenty of time left to hang out before bed. All right. Catch you later. So I don't have the camera turned around, but in the wonderful traffic we're in, there's a gray Rivian R1S behind us with Pennsylvania plates. I gave him a thumbs up. He gave me a nod. Go EVs. All right, here we are. It is 5:49. We just pulled into the garage.
Woo!
Anders and I in the Tesla, and here's the stats. Let's see, we have 27% left. We were at Malta, New York at 94% and made it back. Let's see, $22 there at Malta, not terrible.
All right.
And yeah, we had a good trip. Rocked out to some Coldplay, had some traffic, but we made it through, and
It was pretty short.
pretty short. Yeah, good trip. You like the Tesla?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Tesla's pretty sweet. Yeah, we had a Rivian, all sorts of adventures. So we'll see you next time here on Rivian versus Tesla.
All right, well, we are a little we're at 17 minutes till getting back home, and the boys in the Tesla just got there, so we started catching back up to them on the way back home.
Yeah, we did. Sat through some traffic.
Yeah,
That's
quite a
fine.
bit. I wonder if maybe we kind of got the tail end of it, so it was a bit better. We only had one little side of the road stop for a break.
Can you guess who that was? I think the most interesting part was the issue at the Tesla station.
Yeah.
I felt like there were so many people lined up, and it was just weird that another person ditched us, and luckily there was something else we could use. But it just felt very interesting. And then we got to the EVGo.
Yeah.
I felt like that was fine. But I felt also like it's a holiday weekend. People are coming in. It just felt everything felt kind of like, oh, I gotta plug in, I gotta get this done.
Yep.
So, yeah.
I think everyone was like anxious and
I gotta get there.
Yeah.
Made it work.
Exactly. Yeah. So it was the Tesla cutting in front of us. And granted, like I was out of the car, so maybe they thought we weren't waiting, but we were like clearly in the line.
Yeah, we were in the line. We had a gap so that people could went into the gap.
Oh,
Overall thoughts. I mean, I had a great. So I do not think the seats are too hard. I am very comfortable in this seat. I've had the heated seat on the entire time.
Yeah.
It was great. Thanks for letting me be the passenger princess the whole time. I didn't drive at all.
Yep. Oh, I forgot we have to rectify that. We can maybe we'll do that.
Maybe we'll drop them off. If I can go pick something up, maybe I'll take this.
Actually, if we do sushi, it might make more sense to pick it up, and we could go do that.
I can do that. I can definitely do that.
Well, fine. Okay, it's not ours though, but it looks like ours. You're right. All right.
I liked it. I think it's a great car.
Yeah, and we were in a ton of stop and go traffic.
Yeah.
It's the same blue Tesla like hour.
Yes, sir. We were in a ton of stop and go traffic, which can be difficult in a car and make it feel way worse, right?
No, it felt great. I did it. Like the entire trip was felt awesome. It's just so big and there's so much going on. Like on overall, 10 out of 10. Loved it.
Yeah. I do really like being like the Tesla's fine for a road trip, and it was, you know, until we got this car, it was the most comfortable car we've ever had for a long road trip. But this is just leaps and bounds above.
Oh yeah.
You just feel. I think part of it, like, you just have so much space. You're not on top of each other.
I agree. I totally agree.
Like, you know, ample space to have everything with us. We had, I think I had 3 spin drifts on the drive. Plus my water
so
bottle.
much room for all of your hydration right here. It's just
and the
amazing.
animals everywhere, and
you know, 2 kids in a car, and all of your luggage and all of your food and everything, and it all fits, and you're all comfortable enough that it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were using highway assist most of the drive on the highway, at least,
Nice.
which was good. Although I was having a hard time in like upstate New York, and it kept saying that the lane's narrow, and so it would be unavailable. But lanes didn't narrow, so I don't know if that's actually the case in like it's just that section of road it has an issue with, or it could have been like the glare was really bad today. So maybe it was that, and it's just telling you the wrong thing.
Okay.
I don't know. So that was a little annoying, but I mean, it was still totally fine, and used it like almost the whole way I'm using it now. I find like it's kind of best in not like stop and go, because it leaves a little too much room, and it's too yo-yo-y for me. I don't like that. But like here, where we're kind of, I mean, it's great like when you have no one around you and it's just like driving itself and you're not even like really having to think too much about it. But it's also not bad in this kind of situation where it's not really like traffic, but there's just a little bit of congestion, and you're like, you know, you're going from 50 miles an hour to 75 and back down and back and forth all the time. And like, it just kind of handles it for you, and it keeps it nice and smooth. Like it sort of just like evens it out. And considering the difference in charging, and that like we basically had a wasted stop at the Tesla one.
Yeah,
we're really not coming in too much later.
No, we're really not. I mean, they made it ahead, what, like 30 minutes ahead of us, if that?
Yeah. So, if we had done like a true head-to-head drive, like fully optimized, not having to stop for, you know, kid breaks and stuff. Although, like, to be fair, that is part of it. Like, you were going to do that anyway.
Yeah.
But I think like head-to-head, probably they would have beat us by like 20, 30 minutes in the Tesla, between the better efficiency that it has and more optimal charging. Like, they can, all of their, like, they're maxing out charging all the time. We were at the second one, but the first one we were only at like 87 kilowatts. So like we weren't maxing it out. So we, you know, it adds a little bit of time. But really all together, like, it is not a massive difference between, you know, the Tesla network and the non-one, at least for this drive. I think we kind of caught up to them a little bit because of the traffic and everything. But also, I think I'd be very interested to see, like, kind of, if, I don't know if John would have like filmed the entire charging, but I think overall this car charges better when you're doing long charges than the Tesla does. The Tesla gets like 250 right when you plug in, but then it tails off a lot faster. Like, whereas we were, you know, at 170 for a pretty long time.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know. It'd be tough to test that entirely together unless like we just went to go like do a charger together and did that.
Just like had a competition.
Yeah. So both cars work quite well, and
Bonus?
you know, I think like we were actually kind of, this drive was always the one that was sort of in the back of our head, like, would we actually be able to do this with a non-Tesla EV? And now we've proven that
you can.
Absolutely can, yeah.
And it's successful.
Mm-hmm.
We're coming in at what? We'll have 88 miles, apparently.
Yeah, more than enough. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to plug it in tonight if you don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
I would recommend it, but you don't have to.
Yeah.
Nice.
So no issue at all. And going up there wasn't a problem. Being around up there, like, there's plenty of charging and everything. So if we can make this trip work with 2 EVs, anybody can make life with an EV work. There's really no major limitation.
I like it. Excellent statement. I agree.
Definitely.
Unless you live in Wyoming, and then, you know, asterisks there.
Yeah. All right. With that, we're gonna take care of everybody's last-minute issues in the car.
Right before we get home.
Yeah. So, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you out there on the road.
So subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, very
That's
good.
right.
That's perfect.
Thanks, Axel. And then, funnily enough, we left Vermont. There was no snow, like in a bunch of Vermont and in most of New York, and now we're back in New Jersey, and there's snow here.